the Nintendo DS, one of the best-selling and most revolutionary consoles of all time. The DS was how me and many others were introduced into video games, and today, I'm here to give this little handheld the respect it needs. The DS was announced at E3 2004 on September 20th, and 2 months later, the first model of the DS was released on October 21st, 2004. That year, Nintendo were trying to come back from a big flop that they had. That was the GameCube. And Nintendo's last handheld was the Game Boy Micro, and that didn't sell too well either. So at E3 2004, Nintendo said that they had a new handheld to announce. And at that time, the standards for a Nintendo console were pretty low. But Nintendo announced the console in the best way I think they could. And I think it would be best if I just showed you the first part of the reveal.
Well, the wait is over. This is Nintendo DS. Here's a brand new Metroid game playing on Nintendo DS. The same way you'll be playing it tomorrow.
Nintendo had done it. They had made an impressive looking console. Metroid was one of the most intensive games on the GameCube, and showing that it could run on a handheld with much less power in it was definitely impressive to say the least. Sure, the first design of the console didn't look that great, but that's not what matters about a console. What really matters is the games. And the launch of the DS was okay. They didn't have many games at launch, but one game that they did have was New Super Mario Bros. That name today might not be that exciting since they've beat that series to death, but this was the first game in the series, and this game was phenomenal. Considering there hadn't been a 2D Mario game since 1996, this game was the first video game I ever played, and I still love this game to this day. But after the launch of the DS, that's when the games started pouring in. Mario Kart DS, Animal Crossing Wild World, Metroid Prime Hunters, Mario 64 DS, Pokemon, Rhythm Heaven, Cooking Mama, and so many more great games. And throughout all these games being released, a new model of the DS was made, the Ds Lite, a new slick, slim, and modern design of the console. This was the model that I had and still have to this day. And then, in 2008, after Nintendo released the Wii, a final model of the DS was released, the DSi. What does the I stand for? I don't know, but it was a very needed upgrade. This remodel added a camera, an online shop, an internet browser, and recording software. But most importantly, this remodel added something that you can get on your DS called the Homebrew Channel. The Homebrew Channel is still why some people use the DS to this day. The Homebrew Channel was a place where you could play indie games or hack other games you simply had on your system. It was incredible what the DS could do. And today, the DS is one of the best-selling systems of all time, selling 154 million units and being remembered as one of the greatest handheld consoles of all time.